How dystopian is that? That we're like begging for followers to pay off our debts in a society that is supposed to be the greatest country in the world. Really? The greatest country in the world has. I've seen so many videos of people asking for help to pay off debts. The greatest country in the world has that? We need to change the definition of the greatest country in the world then, because
Nobody finds it dystopian that people's idea of luxury right now isn't even luxury.
For the common working class, luxury is not luxury items. Luxury is being able to fill up your cart at the grocery store and have enough food for the week. Luxury is being able to fill up your gas tank and not just put $20 in. Luxury is being able to pay all of your bills and your rent and have money left over in your account's not negative. It's becoming like the Hunger Games out here, and slowly but surely we're headed in that direction quite a lot. If you haven't watched that series of movies, watch it, because you'll see how dystopian this entire thing is. I just talked to my friends about how they afforded a vacation recently, and they said they put it all on their credit card. Because if they don't, the vacation's not going to happen at all. Because that is now a different tier of luxury. This world is insane, where we are saying that going to get groceries and feeding ourselves and our family for an entire week is considered luxury. And not going and signing up for food stamps. Like, it's just really, really scary out there, and it's becoming more and more terrifying every single day. I'm truly scared for what's to come, honestly.
I feel like I'm working 24/7 in this current economy. Like, I'm pretty sure all my Gen Z out there, you're probably working 24/7 with multiple part-time jobs or struggling to get a full-time job, and you're working some part-time job that you don't really want to do. Or maybe you are working multiple part-time jobs and you're doing multiple side gigs on the side just to live paycheck to paycheck, and you will never get enough of your savings to feel comfortable. You'll never be able to like afford a house and just settle down and just have that day where you just like, you know how in the movies, like the main character, his mission is finally done after years of grinding and battling or whatever. You'll never have that moment like the main character, you just sit down and you're like, my mission is done. Like, you will never have that day. Like, our generation has no future. We have no promise of the future. Like, millennials had like a false promise of the future. Boomers had a great promise. Like, they have all the real estates and everything. But I feel like as a Gen Z, there's just no end. We're just working 24/7. Even when you're not working, I feel like my mind is always racing. I'm like, what are some other ways I can just make other money? You know, I never think in my mind like, okay, let's just take a break and just relax, because I can't. I'm literally going to starve to death. I'm going to be stuck here forever. Like,
Good morning, and this is an episode of I used to love my job, but now I almost wish I'd get fired. Not that I don't want a job, because I need a job, and at this point any job is a job, and this is the best paying job I can get in this tiny little area without commuting a bunch. Plus my husband was laid off over a month ago, as you guys probably remember. But it's really frustrating to come in and bust my butt and not get what I need in order to do my job, and then have my job questioned as if I'm not doing it. And I point out that the reason I can't properly do my job is because the job above me is not properly being done, and it's just not seen. Plus, I really need more money. And around here, there's no such thing as a performance review with a raise. Despite the fact that they say there is, I've never had a performance review and a raise unless it was a cost of living raise, which is like 50 to 67 cents. I'm sorry, that's not going to make a big difference with how much the economy has changed and the fact that we are now a one-income household. Sort of. I mean, he's been doing work where he can, but he doesn't have a full-time actual job again, which kind of sucks. And again, tiny town. The point is, I can't justify quitting without having something lined up. It's hard to get something lined up that pays the same or more without a commute. If there's a commute, it's hard to have something that pays more to justify the commute, and I'm just overall frustrated. Quite honestly, with my attitude, I don't know how I haven't been fired. I definitely haven't been promoted, and I've been busting my butt to go up. And I have been told that I'm ready to make changes and make moves, and then told that I'm not actually ready. Not that I think I'm entitled, because I know I'm not entitled. It's just frustrating when you bust your butt and you're encouraged and told that you're ready. Anyway, this is basically just a rant and rave, and I'm just frustrated, and the economy sucks, and I'm worried about bills, and I wish I could have another job because I used to love my job, and lately this place is sucking the life out of me, and I just don't even want to come in. I'm literally here because I don't have another choice. That's where I'm at, and it really sucks. I saw myself growing within this company and staying for a very long time, and now I just want out. But again, I can't justify quitting unless I have something lined up, because hello, then we'd be a no-income household. Thanks for listening, guys. Sorry for the rant. Anyway, remember those from the 9/11 tragedy, and say a prayer for the families who had to go through a loss, and all that jazz. On the bright side, it's cloudy, and I actually like cloudy days because sunny days are just irritating and bright. I do like sunny days as well. It's just cloudy days are more comforting to me. Okay, enough blabbering. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
You know what they're gonna do next? So like everybody is pissed right now because we can't buy houses. They're buying up all the houses. No one can own a home. At this point, if you're under the age of 40, you're looking at it like, I'm never gonna own a home. I'm never gonna be able to live in a house, and it's making people furious. People can't even handle it, right? This is the next step. Once they own enough, they're gonna start renting out houses for like an affordable price. That's what they're gonna do. They're going to make it so that they'll be like, oh, you can rent a beautiful home for $2,800. You can rent an average home for $2,300. And it's gonna shut the majority of people up. Majority of people are gonna be like, okay, well, cool, I can live in a house. Nice. You're not gonna own a house. You'll never own a house. They own all the houses. You will own nothing and you will like it. It's the you will like it. That's the next part. That's part 2 right now. That way, it'll just suppress people, and people will just shut up and stop bitching about it. Enough people that it won't be a problem anymore. That's it.
The United States is literally so dystopian that it hurts. For the so-called like temporary ceasefire to happen over the Black Friday Thanksgiving break and to completely just like resume the following week is literally insane. It's also crazy how like such a large amount of this population is not talking about this. Like jobs are continuing, like everything is normal. It's a huge disconnect. And even though America is definitely like a third world country in a Gucci belt, it's still wild to think that we're supposed to be considered like one of the world leaders in like a first world country, have all of the access and influence to like avoid these atrocities. For us to have the resources and for so many Americans to struggle with like basic living is insane. It creates like a mental warfare as well for us living here. It's like very dystopian and I hate it.
Y'all do know that this is the dystopian timeline, right? Like, you can keep on reading your dystopian novels or whatever, but you are living it. I mean, we've got 3 billionaires in the United States that own more wealth than the bottom 50% of Americans. If those aren't the big bad guys, then who is? We're walking off a climate change cliff. Like, I don't know what more evidence you need. We've got robot dogs, but this is the bad timeline.
Bro, can we talk about how in today's economy, if you're not out trying to be a content creator, an entrepreneur, or like an influencer of any type, financially you're cooked. Everything is way too expensive. Now, I'm not stupid. I know there are high-paying jobs out there. I'm talking about the careers you can get that don't require 35 years of med school or taking hundreds of exams that the only people that can pass are like people that are like Sheldon Cooper. The way the economy is moving now, most career jobs that require a bachelor's or master's degree, you know, the ones that got you in like $100,000, $200,000 in debt, those careers are gonna have you living comfortably broke, if even that. Now, like I said, doctors, lawyers, all of them, y'all are gonna be eating with gold spoons, which you all should, because personally, I'm not smart enough for all that. But that just re-emphasizes my point. Unless you're in sales, real estate, content creation, you start your own business, something entrepreneurial, OnlyFans, doesn't matter. There is a high chance that we're all going to college, getting in massive amounts of debt just to hopefully be comfortably broke. Moral of the story, y'all need to get remote jobs and move out of the country so that maybe you've got a chance to live in the American dream.
The economy's so bad, men can't afford to have secret families anymore.
Speak for black men. Us Latinos are still affording a second family back home, man. Our dollars go a long way back in our countries, man. Black men are screwed in America.
Don't forget to subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
Welcome to my bathroom slash kitchen slash library. See, I'm actually kind of proud of this idea. We got my book collection right here, and like right around here we got the toilet. So like you're on the toilet and you could go ahead and just, you know, grab some reading materials. I got some good stuff in here. I got this 1800s quote book. This is from 1890. It's just like a beautiful little antique I have out here. I've got some philosophy books, some art books, some rainforest books. I used to be really into like, I thought I was going to be a bioprospector once before, but in my youth. But a couple more other things going on over here. And over here, yeah, we got I already moved out my hot plate, which was up here, but this is my kitchen unit. We got my mini fridge. We got a freezer because I ended up buying, the mini fridge came with the apartment and so did the microwave. But I need a freezer for my work, so I bought this freezer. This is mine. So yeah, I needed to move because I had outgrown this space so long ago, and just a couple days ago I found out that a studio opened up upstairs. So I'm just moving upstairs. I'm not moving that far, but this new place has a kitchen and is literally 3 times the size of this apartment. So it is time. It's time to be an adult and like live in an adult space. It was, living in the space has been interesting, and like it allowed me to do a lot because I wasn't having to spend a lot on housing. So I was able to go out and travel and like take low-paying film jobs and do all types of other fun shit. I'll go out to eat all the time. But I miss being able to cook. I had to basically eat out more than I needed, like I wanted to, because I can't actually cook anything on a hot plate. Have you ever cooked anything on a hot plate? Hot plates get so hot so quick, you burn shit like so easily. So I'm excited to have a proper kitchen. I'd be able to not go out all the time. If I want to hang out with my friends, I can like have space for activities to like work on my work. I can have a proper workbench. Yeah, it was just time. It's time to move on up. Moving on up to the east side.
Guys, that lady is just nasty. That's just nasty. You poop where you cook, where you eat, where you read books. Like, that is just so insane to me. And she lives like that. Like, that is just so wild to me. How can somebody live like that and just stay in that spot? Like, those smells would be crazy. Smelling of food and poop and like old books at the same time. That is just insane. I am actually shocked. Wow.
I agree. It is a travesty that whole generations of people are putting themselves in a lifetime of debt for their college tuitions, and the colleges can't even cover the $160 access code so kids can do their algebra homework. What I think is even a bigger travesty is these higher education schools and universities are using your tuition dollars, the debt that you are using to pay for college, and then buying real estate from it. Most universities are just shell corporations for real estate companies. And that is paid for on the backs of student loans and the people who take them out. If I had college-age kids, I would absolutely be encouraging them not to attend college, and I think college students should come together and protest what universities spend their monies on. Imagine if every college student in the country skipped the spring semester. You didn't spend any money on university, you didn't take out any student loans, you took 6 months to just exist in the other factors of your life, but you weren't giving any money to universities until they lowered the cost. When I was getting my master's degree in secondary education, one of my research projects were the cost of higher education. And as federal student loans became more available, universities raised their tuition costs exponentially because they knew the federal government would make up the gap with student loans. And now we are seeing the huge economic impact that has. People's debt to income ratios are so bad they can't afford to qualify to buy homes. Most people's education is irrelevant or they're no longer working in their field. Meanwhile, these universities have massive campuses and the cycle of student loan debt accumulation is continuing to chug along. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to higher education, the correlation between student loans, and the overall impact on the economy. Join me in the comments. Remember, billionaires don't stimulate the economy. Apparently you do with your student loans.
It makes me really sad that there are other countries that like people can just work a full-time or part-time job and like afford to live and be happy. And then there's the US, right? Everybody's like, oh, the land of the free, everybody wants to come here. But everybody I know has like 2 or 3 jobs and they can't even get by. Like my friend just texted me, she's like, yeah, I might have to start working weekends because I can't afford my bills anymore. Like, why do people come here voluntarily? I get that there's countries that like there's war going on and shit, but there are a lot of countries that are way better than this. Why come here? Like Europe, like a lot of countries over there, you can just work like 30 hours a week and get by and have money in the bank. Like here, nah. You need to work at least 70 hours. And like our healthcare is shit, our food is like carcinogenic. Like really, you shouldn't even want to come here. Like
we're gonna fix the grocery prices. We're gonna fix the grocery prices. We're gonna fix corporate greed. Give me a check. Give me back the money that you robbed from me the whole time. Listen, I am all for taking down the grocery retailers or frankly any billionaire, anyone who has participated in the highway robbery that has taken place in this country over the last 4 years. Please, I will happily stand in line. But you're gonna pay me, okay? You're not gonna rob me. Rob me dry for some, like, sweet treats. And then what? Just give me back the normal pricing and that's it? I'm supposed to be blessed? I'm supposed to be grateful? I'm just trying to wrap my brain around how they are portraying this as good news. Don't worry, guys. Groceries will be affordable again. Guess what? I can't afford them because I gave you all my last dollars. Because you were robbing me for 4 years. Give me a check. That's what you need to say. You need to say, don't worry, guys. I'm gonna take control. I'm gonna kill the corporate greed. Grocery stores are not allowed to raise prices on food anymore for no reason. Then say, and here's a check for all the money that they took from you the whole time. Give me my money.
So I'm 23 years old and I just watched the debate between Kamala and Donald Trump, and all I can say is please pray for the United States. I wish I could be a kid again. I wish I didn't know about this stuff. I wish I didn't have to vote. I wish I didn't know about politics or policies or men. I wish I could just be a girl. I wish I could just be 23 years old, but I feel like a 50-year-old woman. I feel like I have kids already. I have no kids. I don't want kids. Has America always been like this? I need somebody older to tell me, has America always been like this? Because if it is, I don't want to be here no more. I'll get up out of here real quick. I thought $100,000, you hit the holy grail, you hit the lottery, you was in that bag. But now it's like, that's bare minimum. That's minimum wage at this point. I thought so much. I did not know it was going to be like this. And now, you know, everybody's doing something on the side. Your side job is taking up what your life is supposed to have time for. You're working full-time, part-time, and you're spreading yourself so thin. I don't want to spread myself thin in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm frustrated. It's frustrating. But since we are here, what do we think about the debate? What are your comments? What are your, like, I only watched half of it, the last half, and I saw enough. I already been seen enough. But what do y'all think? Who are we voting for?
Hello, y'all. This is going to be a rant video slash a video of me coping, or not coping, but venting about some bullshit that's been happening in my life recently. So if you don't want to hear all that, scroll. Keep going. Scroll right past this video.
I came on here because I am fed up. I am fed up with society. I am fed up with the way things are running in our country right now. I am literally someone who has multiple certificates in the medical field. I have a phlebotomy certificate. I have nail certification. I have billing and coding experience. And maybe I'm the dumb one because I can't get a job over $15 an hour with all of my certifications and almost 3 years of experience. For some reason, they advertise these jobs for $18 an hour. You go in and they bait and switch and say, okay, we're going to pay $15 even though we advertise $18, $19 an hour. Okay, I just got fired from a job after 8 days. Who the fuck gets fired from a job after 8 days, y'all? Like, is it me? Am I delusional? And the manager didn't even have enough about her to tell me in person. I got an email stating that my employment was terminated at this doctor's office. And you want to know what? She said that I declined opportunities to ask for help. That's what she said in the email. Declined opportunities to ask for help. Please tell me after 8 days how that's even enough time to give somebody a chance. And it makes me feel like I know I'm not stupid, but it makes you feel like you're doing something wrong. Because you hear these stories of, oh, I got fired after a week. Okay, you really have to be fucking up and being stupid and being like outrageous to get fired after not even 2 weeks. Like, please somebody in the comments, make it make sense to me. Somebody tell me what I am doing so drastically wrong in life. Like, I'm not understanding. I show up to work on time. I'm never, like, I am one of those people. Ask anybody around me, my mom, my fiance, anybody around me will tell you. I have mad anxiety, bro. I will be showing up to work 45 minutes early, waiting in the parking lot until I can literally go in the door. And the only reason I don't go in when I get there is because I don't have a key to get into the office. Like, I show up, I'm polite, I'm respectful, I'm kind, I'm willing to learn. But I feel like these jobs, they just won't give. They expect someone to just show up and know 100% of everything. And that's just not reality. Or they want you to put your life at risk, which my last job prior to this one that I just left, like, got fired from, okay, they wanted me to climb up a 20-foot ladder without a harness, and I was there like 6 months. They had no problem with me, and randomly one day they want me to set up pipe and drape, climbing up a 20-foot ladder. So I had to leave for my own safety because I have a daughter who depends on me, and me being healthy is more important. Money will come and go, but my health is more important. Like, somebody please tell me what I'm doing wrong with my life. How am I 25 and I'm already in a midlife crisis? How am I 25 not being able to maintain any other job other than a part-time gas station job? Am I stupid? Is there something that I'm not getting? I want to work. I'll show up to a job, bro. I'll show up to a job and I'll work. I'm not rude. I'm not someone who. I have a motto in life that is smile through it, that I use at work because I don't know what the other person is going through in their life. I'm not in their shoes, so I would want someone, if I was in their position, to give me some grace. So that's what I use when I'm at work, especially in the medical field, which is one of the reasons I went into the medical field, because I want to help people. But it's gotten to a point where we're being abused by these patients, and these administrators are allowing us to get cursed at, yelled at, screamed at, you know, things thrown across the counter. People do all these things, and then these administrators are like, well, what could you have done to resolve the issue? What do you mean, what could I have done? I was polite, I was professional, I was caring, I was kind, and they came at me cursing. What do you expect me to do? Like, I've literally had a job where this lady was cursing up a storm, beep, 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 bleep, bleep. And I was like, I understand you're frustrated. That sounds very hard. I'm sorry you're going through that. Like, I'm here to help you. If you could just calm down, we can work through this together, blah, blah, blah. And they continue to curse at me. So I said, if you continue to curse at me, I'm going to have to hang up the phone. They still went on. I said, ma'am, I can try to get someone else to help you. I see we're not seeing eye to eye, blah, blah, blah. she kept cursing at me. So, ma'am, this is your second warning. You continue to curse at me, I'm gonna have to hang up the phone. Because I'm not fucking dealing with it. You can't, I'm not gonna let you walk all over me. Kept going. Ma'am, you have continued to curse at me despite my efforts in helping you. I am so sorry. Once you calm down, please call me back. You have a very blessed day. And I got fired. Got fired. What are the, please, somebody tell me. Because I don't know what to do now. I'm at a point where I have gone through 4 jobs. 4 jobs in the past, let's see. Yeah, year and a half. 4 jobs in the past year and a half. One of them I was at for 11 months. So, yeah, and then I was at the design consultant job for like 6 months. And then the last 2 recently were like very short spans. Like, I don't know what I am doing wrong. Please, somebody tell me in the comments, what are these employers wanting from us? I don't know how to take care of my family. I don't know in the sense of like financial. If it wasn't for my fiance and him making we're not rich by any means, but he makes okay-ish money. If it wasn't for him making what he makes, we would be so fucking drowning that we would probably be homeless. Like, I'm not even, like, we would never be homeless because I've been extremely blessed. My mom has 11 acres on this property, 2 houses on the property. So, like, I am extremely blessed in the sense of I don't have to worry about not having a roof over my head. I know that's taken care of. But it's like, I want to support my family financially. I want to be able to have pride and be like, oh, this is what I do. This is what I do with my life. And one day I want to get a bigger house. I want to have nicer things. I want to do more for my daughter. I want to show my daughter that she can be more than what society puts her in this box of just for having a pretty face. Like, I don't know what to do anymore, y'all. I'm at a point where I cried so much yesterday that I can't even cry today. My tear ducts are completely fucking dry. Completely fucking dry. Like, you guys may be looking on here and being like, I'm not crying, I'm not showing a lot of emotion. No, my tear ducts are just fucking dry because I sat here and I've riddled with my brain over and over and over and over again of like, what can I do where I can be present in my daughter's life, see her milestones, see her go up, see what she wants to achieve in life, and still be able to support my family. And you could say, go start a business at home. I tried. I done my baking. I did good with my baking. People love my baking. There's not a lot of profit in baking bread. Let's just be honest, people. You're making $2 a loaf of bread. Like, you charge $6, but because of how expensive groceries are nowadays, you're only profiting $2 a loaf of bread. And how many loaves of bread do you have to fucking bake and sell to survive? I'm at a point where somebody with almost 3 years of experience in the medical field, is about to just give up and go work a gas station job part-time and be like, look, it is what it is, y'all. You know, in these times, I just gotta come to my senses. I gotta pray, and I gotta thank God for what I do have. Thank God every day, y'all. I don't care what anybody thinks. God is the reason that you have what you have today. He is the reason you are here. He is the reason you are alive. He is the reason for everything. He is your holy sanctuary. And you know what? I truly will stand on this hill. If it wasn't for God, I don't know where I would be in my life. He is my rock. He is my heart. He is my everything. And he pushes me to do better in life. And I will always look for him. I will look up to the sky and be like, help me in this situation, because I don't know what else to do. So, y'all, if you ever lose faith like I am right now, just pray about it.
I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below, and see you